Continue. So, International Pharmaceutical Federation and Pharmacy Council of India has declared 26th September as World Pharmacist Day to honor the contribution of pharmacists to the field of medicine and patient care. And as we understand, the COVID-19 situation pandemic is going on, so pharmacists have been contributing with various other healthcare providers like doctors, nurses, and theme for this year's Pharmacist Day is transforming global health, highlighting to highlight the role of pharmacists and illuminate the important part they play in improving the health of people. In fact, during the initial the lockdowns, pharmacies were the only establishment that were kept open. Right? And even now today, you see during the summer also pharmacists are continuing to provide the vital support by delivering medications, by educating patients, in fact, clarifying various misconceptions about COVID-19 treatment. So, today is World Pharmacist Day. I would like to congratulate each one of you for Pharmacist Day. And department is organizing a lecture by Dr. Anjaneyulu. A little bit about department. Mostly it is applicable to Anjaneyulu and the outsiders. Department is one of the two early schools of pharmacy. In fact, it was named third was the third pharmacy school in India. It was established in 1915, and today it has blossomed into the most sought after pharmacy school because of certain hallmarks of its education system, such as broad-based knowledge being imparted to the students. Practice school component is there. That means after second year, students go to industry for 2 months, and then after the completion of 4.5 years, the last semester of the B Farm is spent in the industries. Also, we have university industry linkages, because of which students get advantage. In the ranking, in pharmacy category, our department has been ranked 6th in India. Department offers B Farm, Masters, and Ph.D. programs. Masters programs are with specialization in pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical chemistry, and pharmacology. In all these three programs, students get exhaustive exposure to various practical aspects of research methodologies, instrumental techniques, emerging areas, and industry operations. Department has a good number of projects from industry as well as the government organizations like BST, DBT, ICMR, etc. And being one of the oldest pharmacy school, the alumni of the department are well placed in India as well as abroad in various pharmaceutical industries, government organizations as well as in academia. With this background, I would like to introduce today's speaker, Dr. M. Anjaneyulu. He is Assistant Vice President, BioXcelInveniAI, with more than 15 years experience in pharmacology. He did his B.Pharm from Tata University, and then he did Masters in Pharmacology and Toxicology from Mohali. After that, he moved to Punjab University, Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Punjab University, to do pharmacology. After PhD, he went for postdoctoral training from University of Michigan Ann Arbor, as well as University of Maryland. Prior to joining BioXcel, he initially, after coming from USA, he initially worked in Torrent, and later on he worked in Syngene International as team lead and has successfully completed various client projects. BioXcel is focused on preclinical drug development as well as the new drug development. He has published several research papers in national and international journals of the field, and has also several awards to present his scientific papers in international journals. And he is life member of Indian Pharmacological Society as well as Neurological Society. With this introduction, I hand over the session to Dr. Anjaneyulu for delivering his speech. on today's topic, that is artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development and overview. Over to Anjaneyulu.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Hemant. So let me open my presentation, share my presentation. Uh, so hope you all can see my presentation, right? It is visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
As well as you can see me, right?
Yes, we can see you.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay. Good evening, all. So, and thanks for inviting me, Hemant, and as well as BITS Pilani for the talk and take participation in the World Pharmacist Day. So, and how are you all? I think you all doing good. It's this COVID pandemic situation, and we are happy to celebrate World Pharmacist Day today. And I'm happy to participate with you all this Pharmacy Day. And I'm proud to be a pharmacist. And I wish all of you a warm and prosperous Pharmacist Day. I know, I hope you all know that why we celebrating World Pharmacist Day. Basically, it is re-emphasize our responsibility towards the healthcare system, and it's basically tell us like what are our responsibility and duties as a pharmacist to take care about healthcare system and to maintain the quality of pharmacy practices. Okay, so I wish again a happy Pharmacist Day to all of you. And little bit about myself. I'm actually basically um, a pharmacologist. I am having a degree in pharmacy. Last 15 years, I've been working in preclinical drug discovery after my Ph.D. Now I joined into a company called BioXcel, which is based in Connecticut, PS, as well as in Delhi. And we also have a sister company called InveniAI. So I will a little bit explain about, we basically work on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I will take you through what is artificial intelligence and machine learning and how it help in the drug discovery and development process. So I would say last 15 years, actually, I've been working with people like a pharmacologist, toxicologist, biologist, chemist, okay, basically a pharmaceutical professionals. So now I'm actually basically working with a different set of people, like a data scientist, like medical professionals, and people who are expert in the artificial intelligence, okay, and so on so. So it is a definitely a good learning and good experience for me to working in BioXcel now. I've been in this company from last 2 months. So we basically work on the reinventing or inventing the drugs using artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay. So agenda for my talk is basically I will take you through what is artificial intelligence and what is the use of artificial intelligence in different industries, not only in pharma. Actually, can be used in different industries. And I spend 2 minutes on what is a drug discovery and development process and how AI is useful in the drug discovery and development. And I have a few case studies to present, and finally we have a question and answers. So before taking into the presentation, I basically wanted to give a two take-home message from my presentation. One is like how to do a self-talk, live happily and achieve our goals. And second thing is how the AI and ML has the big scope for the pharmaceutical profession. So you might be thinking what is the self-talk, why it is doing the presentation. So basically, what we want to achieve in our life is basically we wanted to be happy as well as achieve our goals. Okay, so there should be a purpose to our life. So as a pharmaceutical professionals, so we have a major responsibility toward the healthcare system and be live happily and achieve goals towards our pharmacy profession. Okay. So I actually wanted to share one tip to you, all of you, which I have been practicing from last few, like a few days, which is helping me to be happy and focus more on what I wanted to achieve. Okay, so this definitely I want all my pharmacy professionals be happy, live happily, and achieve their goals. So that is why I wanted to share a small tip. I don't be spending much time, and this is only 2 minutes I'll share. And this is called like a self-talk. Like what is self-talk? It is basically talking yourself to your subconscious mind. Basically, we do talk with ourselves with a conscious mind. But if you actually talk these words, the few words with yourself every day, actually your subconscious mind listen to you, and you get a positive thinking and positive attitude, and you achieve your goals and live happy life. So I recommend you all, as soon as you wake up in the morning, just spend a 2 minutes of your time and talk yourself, talk to your mind, and talk to your subconscious member. Those are the words like, today is a good day for me. I am happy with my life. I always think positive. I can achieve anything. I think things only in my control. I talk only positive about people. I am great person. And finally, it is like I love myself. Don't think I am giving gyan to you, because this is, we already knows it. Because you believe me, if you do practice these words every day, in a few days, you will change your thinking. You have a self-confidence, and you can think and happily live, and you get a very good confidence. So this is a tip I wanted to share with all of you on the pharmacy day, because we know, right, because of the COVID situation, life is uncertainty, and there are many things not in our control. We never thought that this kind of situation come over in our life. Okay, but as a pharmaceutical professional, we have a big responsibility toward the society. So that can be achieved when we have a positive mind, positive thinking, okay, and live happily. So these are the few tips I wanted to suggest to you. You guys can practice it, and you can achieve whatever the goals you want. So coming, without wasting much time, coming to the main presentation, it is like called artificial intelligence. It might be thinking that it is in a fancy word, okay? So actually what it comes to in everybody mind, those who don't know about artificial intelligence, it is like a robots, because we have been seeing these things in the movies or in a website, where as soon as you open a website like Amazon or any website, if you wanted to purchase, a pop-up will come, how can I help you, like that, okay? And you can see the robo movies, and you might have heard about like robots serving in the hotels, robots servicing teaching, this kind of thing, okay? So it is not only about the robots, there are many things, it is there in the artificial intelligence, actually in every industry playing a major role using this artificial intelligence and benefited from this technology. So what is basically an artificial intelligence? It is actually a science built like a smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. It is actually a multidisciplinary science, much about like a learning, machine learning and deep learning. I will explain what is machine learning and deep learning. And as I said, it is being used in every sector of the industry. Okay. Okay. So it's basically like a think humanly, think rationally, act humanly, act rationally. In a simple layman word, the machines made by human to thought like a human and behave like a human. So basically how it is actually, this artificial intelligence has been using the different sector is basically for performing the things in a very fast, accurate, and with less amount of time, as well as the reducing cost. So it has been used in many industries. So basically it's a build machines by using the different organisms. So as the basically how it works, basically it depends on how you like made these machines with the smart technology. So as I said that actually I'm not today. I'm not taking you through the full deep understanding about AI and what is application in different sector, but I will be giving a brief overview about what is artificial intelligence, because it takes like a day time to explain you everything, how the artificial intelligence, how it works in a different platform, and how useful in this thing. So I will be just taking to the overview to just understanding about the how the artificial intelligence and how it is basically helpful in mainly in the drug discovery point of view, and focus more on how it is benefiting our pharmaceutical professionals. So as you see this slide, the artificial intelligence actually playing a major role in different sector. As I said, it is helpful in the transportation, like you might be knowing about the GPS systems, where you can use your locations, go to the different locations. Okay, you might have seen the Google have showing the different maps, different photos, and different things. Okay, so this kind of thing are being used in the transportation system, and people are using the artificial intelligence in a smart agriculturing thing and education. I recently heard that like one of the schools in Bangalore, actually they started. There are two robots actually teaching the students the lessons through the artificial intelligence system, and it's helpful in the e-commerce. As you see, like whenever you go to Amazon or Flipkart, anything, as soon as you open, immediately you get a pop-up window. May I help you? Like that. Okay. So it is nothing but a robo made, sorry, the artificial made message come to you, and you can interact with, and it will help you. So likewise, the artificial intelligence are being used in the robotics, okay, and the different automatic system in the different industry, the productions, okay, and the finance, okay, and finally it is also helpful in the healthcare industry and pharmaceuticals industry. So these are the few examples here. I put it together for just understanding. You might have heard about what is Alexa, right? So Alexa, it is in a system built in the self-talking to you, like in the GPS system or computers, okay? And you might also seen the drones, okay? So it is actual drone builds are and the artificial intelligence platform, okay? So there are robots available in the like trading system, stocks trading system, okay? And you might also seen the like advising the songs, TV shows in the Netflix and Spooty. This is again a artificial intelligence platform system. So I have a 2 minutes presentation, just understanding how simply how the artificial system works basically.
And there is no sound for this.
Sound is not coming. Okay, wait. I'll put it 1 minute.
Maybe you can narrate.
Yeah. So can you able to hear now?
Not it. It is better you narrate so that we can.
Can you able to hear Hemant?
No, we are not able to hear. So I was
You can see
suggesting you
video,
can,
but no audio, right?
yes, you can narrate. You can speak about that. Then you can slideshow mode. You can.
Yeah. So will you able to sound?
So we cannot hear. What I was suggesting that you can narrate what is happening on the screen.
So how to do that, Hemant?
Then you speak out what is happening on the screen. Just tell what this
Okay,
video.
no problem. Yeah. So basically, what is happening here is, well, just 1 minute. Hold on. So the artificial intelligence basically been used in the, they actually by using this platform, they built a device, okay, on based on the artificial intelligence. And this is a device you can see here. It is basically called as a I. I forgot the full name. So it is been used for the blind people to recognize the faces, recognize the items, okay, and we can actually help in the reading, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So it can recognize like in front of the six you waters there like a teacup. Okay. See here we can see it is recognize a cup of coffee there, and it can actually recognize the read the barcodes and say that the chips, and you can read on those. Okay. So this is called Oregon My Eye. Okay. So this sorry. Okay, so that is a small video about just understanding about how the artificial intelligent machines works basically. So the video basically says that the device is actually useful for the many blind people to recognize faces, recognize the items in front of you, and it can also read the things for you. Basically, how it works is basically it takes the images of the things which are in front of you, and it is filtered in the device, and it can like give the voice messages to that. Okay, this is what. Okay, so that kind of smartness there in that devices. Okay, so that is about the one of the example for the artificial intelligence missions. Okay, now coming to the how the artificial intelligence actually helps in the drug discovery and development process. So if you can see this slide, this is basically a normal usual process for the like a drug discovery and development process. It usually takes like about 15 years in order to develop a drug to the clinical use basically. So it starts with the target identification. Then it is like a screening of the compounds in vitro and in vivo, and structure activity relationships. Okay, and lead identification, lead optimization. Then we'll do the preclinical studies in the animal models. Once do the preclinical study for safety and efficacy, then the drug will be moved to the clinical trials, which have the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 clinical trials. Then drug will be approved by the FDA, and it will be marketed, which is considered as the phase 4 trials. Okay, so this is the usual drug discovery process, a typical drug discovery process. It takes about 15 years, and it costs like a 2 billion rupees for a single drug to be come to the market. So you might have seen that nowadays there are so many drugs are they're actually recalling because of the so many toxicities are reported during the use of the drugs in the market. So and the usual process of the drug approvals are becoming very critical nowadays, and it is very tremendous the things just to need to go through all this process to get a drug one simple drug approval. Okay, and billions of rupees are spend for the getting the approvals. Okay, so so now coming to the how the artificial intelligence actually playing a major role in the drug discovery, and it is how it is basically useful. Okay, so through artificial intelligence, actually we can reduce the duration of the drug development process. Of basically we can within a 7 years of thing we can able to synthesize the molecules and go for the preclinical clinical preclinical trials and get the drug approvals. Okay, so the initial phase of drug discovery process all will be taken care by the artificial intelligent platforms. Okay, so these are the usual different process, like how the different steps are involved in this thing. So how artificial intelligence takes place. Basically, it actually help in the designing the compounds and identifying the novel targets and predict the druggability of the compounds and targets. And it is actually predict the signaling systems. And we can also predict with artificial intelligence the structure activity relationships. And we can also predict the help in the prediction of ADME. And it's also help in the drug repurposing, where we can actually repurpose the existing drug which is approved for the another therapeutic area, so that we can use those drugs for the different purpose. So artificial intelligence actually help in that different process of the drug discovery, and it actually reduces the time of the drug approvals and cost of the process of the drug thing. Okay, and this is another slide which basically explain you like how the artificial intelligent drug development process it takes place in the healthcare system. Basically, it helps in the research, it helps in the drug discovery, it actually helps in the patent data analysis, maintaining the patent data file, and it is actually maintain, do the hospital management, mental health, and it also helps in the surgeries. Okay, and various lifestyle changes, recommendations. So these are the different steps where actually artificial intelligence helps in the healthcare process. So it is basically like a learning, deep learning is a machine learning. So what I mean by that is actually we have already a few centuries we are actually working in the drug discovery and development process, and we actually explored many target identification, structure activity relationships, okay, and protein binding interactions, and what are the ADMD of the compounds, okay, target molecules, understanding about the all the therapeutic targets, okay, protein bindings and everything. So all this data will be actually created into the different platforms, into the different algorithms by the computer scientists, with the help of computer scientists and the data analytics, basically with the help of the the biologists and the pharmaceutical professionals. So it is a inbuilt, different platforms are built by the these folks, and by using these platforms, basically we can actually go through the data, screen accurately the compound availability, target availability, and how we can predict the compounds. Okay, so based on the, we can classify the compounds, we can filter the what are the targets, basically what are the molecules which can fit into the SAR activity. So these kind of things actually the artificial intelligence and machine learning helps in the healthcare system to develop the drug development process, basically. So coming to the pharma, how it is actually helpful in the pharma. So actually it is basically an automated algorithms, okay, perform the task of the human intelligence. Okay, it is basically helping the drug design. Okay, we can actually design a drug by these platforms. Okay, by giving the commands to the existing data with the platforms. So you can design the drug process. Okay, actually it actually accelerated the drug development process. As I say, usual new drug development process will take like a 15 years, but there are examples where actually the drug development process has been taken within 21 days. I have a case studies to present to you. So how fast, that is how fast we can actually develop a molecule by using this AI and machine learning. Okay, and this actually help in the clinical trials where actually drug adherence and doses. Basically, what it is, when you do the clinical trials, usually you tell to the patients like continuously take the drugs and report to the data management people in the clinical trials. But usually it is sometimes it is a very difficult task, which is clinical trials people face it because of all the patients may not be adhere to the drug taking. So the artificial intelligence by those things they build a platform in and put in their smartphone, and whenever the patients takes a drug, and they actually take the like a photos or videos and upload into the system, and that is how the clinicians actually track the drug adherence of the to the patients by using this platform. So this is one of the example I can say how the drug adherence will be maintained by the AI. And it also helps in the clinical trials data management, because in clinical trials the usual use data development process will be taking place. So it is very difficult to a human, a group of people to maintain and analyze the data. So through this artificial intelligence, we can actually accurately maintain the data very precisely. Not only that, actually it actually process the data into different setup that whatever the way we want, and to analyze the data. For example, what is the duration of the people who have taken compound, what are not taken, okay, what is the outcome of this thing. So all the data will be processed to the artificial intelligence, and it will be basically helpful in this process, okay. And from that clinical data, it's actually predict the treatment results, basically how the outcome of the clinical trial data will come. So this is how the artificial intelligence helpful in the pharma industry to fasten the drug discovery process and maintain the clinical trials and very good usable drugs. So as you see in this slide, you can see that the AI's medical market is actually tremendously going. And if you can see, like it's predicted that by 2025, there will be 18K million dollars estimation will be increased from the current existing, which is $719 million. Okay, so there is a huge market for the AI in the medical market and pharmaceutical industry, basically. So there are key major players in this artificial intelligence. There are a few like IBM, okay, Google, Microsoft, General Vision. You can see our company BioXcel Corporation. So these are the few companies actually playing a major role in the artificial intelligence and leading the medical market in the industry. Okay. So you can see this slide. So there are top pharma companies like Pfizer, okay, and Takeda, Genentech, okay, and Pfizer and Allergan. So these are already Johnson and Johnson. So these are the major companies already tie up with the artificial intelligence companies, and from last few years actually they tie up with these companies and already started involving in the new drug development process and drug repurposing, okay, and maintain the clinical trials and predicting the new drugs to the market and filtering the target molecules, okay, and predicting the biomarkers. So like that, so many things actually. The big pharma already working with this artificial intelligence platforms with different industries and like playing a major role in the drug development process. So this is one of the case study I can, as I was just talking to you, it was actually reported that the drug candidate was actually predicted and developed within 21 days, okay, and using the the platform called Gentrol. This is one of the like a platform which is belongs to artificial intelligence, okay. They designed a novel molecules, okay, within 21 days. So usually this traditionally this process takes place 2 to 3 years. Basically what it does is basically they they put the target identification, what is the target they wanted to do, and using the general platform. So basically they found out the compounds screened and druggable like molecules from this platform, and they found out the 3 compounds, and they also did the predicted the preclinical trials like in vitro studies by targeting the like liver disease. Okay, so this whole process actually took place in like 21 days. So they could able to identify the a potent drug like a DDR1 kinase inhibitor, and they can able to identify this molecule within 21 days. So this is one of the case study where we can see how the artificial intelligence is actually helpful in the drug discovery process. Okay, and I have a case studies to present from my company. So basically, we are actually BioXcel corporations. We are a biopharmaceutical company. We are pioneering in the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is a big data analytics in the drug development process, basically. So we have our proprietary platforms where we use the different algorithms those are called like alpha meld, target meld, clean meld, and RX meld. Basically, these are the platform algorithms which actually developed under the AI platform to repurpose the drugs, rethinking about the drugs, okay, and fastening of the drug discovery process. So alpha build basically how it basically work is basically we need a group of scientists, people who are actually pioneering in the like scientists like us, and like artificial intelligence experts and data deep learning, data management, data learning people who can actually apply this all keywords to these platforms and filter our drug like targets, druggable like compounds, okay, and filtering all the unnecessary compounds and this thing, and predicting the genes, okay. So like that we can all these platforms can be used for the targeting a simple molecules where we can actually repurpose those drugs for the different therapeutics with more accurately and with less toxicity. So that how the artificial intelligence helpful in our drug discovery process. So another one is the target meld. Basically, this is a platform where we actually find out what is the target molecules and target the disease models basically, and what is the disease targets we can filter from this thing with again using the drug-like molecules and the genes, protein-protein interactions. Those are actually helpful in the to identify the molecules. And the ClinMeld is basically another platform where actually useful in the clinical trials. As I said, it is actually maintain the clinical data, and it can predict the outcome of the clinical results, and you can design the clinical trials and use a platform which can actually helpful in the clinical management, okay. And coming to the RX meld, is basically like a compounds which are exist in the few decades. We already know there are many drugs which actually for different therapeutic purpose, okay. So those actually put into the data management system to filter, analyze those drugs, mechanisms, actions, toxicities, and etc., to predict the druggable, the preferable drug molecule for the new therapeutic index. So this is how the platforms we have been using in our company So I'm really happy to work in this company because from last 15 years I've been working in preclinical. Now actually I can really see like working with the AI expert, data analytics people, along with the people like like us, like a pharmaceutical pharmacologist, people like us who can contribute in the drug development process most effectively, more precisely, and repurposing of the drugs to fasten the drug development process and reduce the cost and predicted approval and easy approval of the compounds without any failure. Okay, so I'm very happy about that. And there are a few examples actually here. There are two examples. One is actually, there is a compound called BIXL501. We are actually in phase 3 clinical trials. We actually identified a molecule through this AI and ML platform for the agitation in schizophrenia. It is like a drug repurposing basically. It is basically identifying the dexmedetomidine. This is basically a alpha-2 agonist, is already approved for the patients in the hospital. They usually give this injection for the sedation when they are in the hospital. So we actually repurpose these drugs for the agitation in schizophrenia. We actually able to identify this molecule, and the compound is now in the phase 3 clinical trials. So there is another compound is called BXCL701. It is basically intended for prostate cancer, and now it's in phase 2 trials basically. This is basically again a combination of compound which is inhibit the dipeptidyl peptide 89 and block the immune system, which is the fibroblast activation protein. So these are the basic two compounds there we already developed in our pipeline using this artificial intelligence and data. So these are the few case studies where we can see that how the artificial intelligence and ML actually helping in the drug discovery process and helping the predicting and repurposing the existing drugs for the new therapeutic intervention. So this slide basically tell you how actually AI and ML works. So this is a small slide. I just try to explain a little bit about how it usually works in this process. It's not this much simple, but I just put it in one small slide to just understand as a layman to how actually AI and ML works basically. So what we have is, as I said, that it is basically the AI is basically like a machines built by the humans, human with human intelligence, and thought behave like a humans. Okay, so we actually have a different algorithms in the data analytics, and with existing data and with the compound diseases and molecules. So there are different algorithms are developed by a computer scientist and a data analytics people with a molecular biologist and a pharmacologist like us. Okay, and there are already existing algorithms are developed. Okay, so those as I said, that some of the platforms which are actually at BioXcel. So like that. Okay, so what we do is basically, so we need a set of people like us in order to go through these platforms and put the keywords to filter and go to the different networks to filter to the what we basically want. Basically, we wanted to have for example, classify the therapeutic areas, classify the mechanisms, actions, classify drug molecules, and if the drug molecules, what are the toxicity exist, what is the preclinical studies have been done, what are the models they have been used, okay, what are the predicted ADME analysis has been done, okay, where why these compounds were failed, okay, what was the toxicity report. So all this data actually been put into these algorithms, and by using the keywords to the network system, we can actually filter into different classifications, okay, and by using that, basically we can actually filter the what exactly we want, okay, precisely what exactly we want. So these machines, this deep learning data analytics basically help us to analyze the existing data, filter the data into different components, and remove the unnecessary data, and it give us the predicted one and what exactly what we want. Okay, so but we need to know how to use these platforms, what are the keywords need to be done, how to filter, how to analyze this data, output data, and how can we use this data for the drug repurpose and for a new drug development process, and how can use this data in the clinical trials. So all these platforms definitely help in this thing. So I tell you one example, another example, very simple example. Suppose if you put a puppy into a basket, small basket, and put in front of the machine, like an AI machine, okay? So how it will recognize the that as a that is actually a puppy, not a it is a puppy, not other animal, okay? So what usually it do is basically it actually takes a series of images by using that machine, okay, and it actually divide into different networks, okay, and through the images it actually filter and already loaded and all information actually it match with the present taken images, and it's predict that okay, this is the images which is actually from the existing one, this is the images which is not there, okay, and it actually filter the unnecessary images, put all those images into the dot, and finally it will give a picture which is actually puppy. I just simply told you how actually different steps actually that AI takes place to in order to show that actually a puppy. So this I told you in a simple way, but it's a very intelligent machines which actually built by us, and we should know how to use those things. And definitely every industry actually being used these platforms actually in the recognition of the and useful of the every use basically. So these are the few thoughts actually I wanted to share with you how the actually AI and ML actually useful in the drug industry, not only the drug industry, it is in different industry. So it is a new era of now actually people are actually using this platform, and this technology definitely useful in the drug discovery development, and this is also useful for the people like us in the pharma industry. And so I actually summarize these things that so AI and machine learning is actually a future for drug development process, and definitely the pharma can contribute more through through the AI, and predict the molecules very accurately, and remove the unnecessary toxicity of the compounds, and we get more approvals from the FDA. So this is what the summary from my presentation. So definitely what I am, another suggestion from my side is basically, so this is a platform actually being used by, as I said, that like data management people, computer science people, and it's not only now that actually we as a pharma professional, we should need to think about like understanding and learning of the artificial intelligence. So the people institute like BITS or a big institute like NIPERS actually need to start like courses like the courses like artificial intelligence and machine learning, how we can implement this kind of platforms technology into the pharma so that we can benefit from this technology. I'm sure I think some of the in like institutions already implementing these things. I could see there are so many advertisements coming. Okay, this is the artificial intelligence data learning. You can learn this thing. Anybody can learn this. Okay, but pharmaceutical professional like us, definitely you can contribute more sophisticatedly, more meaningfully if we know how to use these platforms from the beginning, from beginning now, from learning process, so that it will be definitely useful as a pharmacist, as a pharmaceutical professional in the drug development process. So with this few words, I would like to end my presentation, and let me see if you have any questions I can able to answer now. If I am not able to answer now, you can reach me. You can send me your questions to mail to me. I can probably reply back to you. So thanks for giving this opportunity. I hope I able to make you understand how is the AI and ML playing a major role in the pharmaceutical industry. As a pharmacist, how we can contribute more to the pharmaceutical industry using this platform. And I wish you all again a happy World Pharmacist Day. Over to you, Hemant.
Thank you, Anjaneyulu. And indeed, you are successful in convincing some of us to take up some work at least in artificial intelligence. Just for your information,
Okay.
when in January we reached out to people like you for inputs on our proposed informed pharmacology program. I think Professor Ramarao as well as you had suggested to include some topics on artificial intelligence. So we are now offering informed pharmacology this year onwards, this academic year onwards, and we have included those topics in the curriculum. So that is something for news to you. So if anyone has question, you can ask now. This session, we can take one or two questions. Anyone has? Or else you can mail me the questions and I will pass it on to
Sir.
Dr.
Sorry, I was a little bit disconnected. I could not able to hear you for last 1 minute. Sorry for that.
So I was suggesting that we can take up questions at a later point.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
mail me and I will communicate to you and pass it on to the answers.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah.
we thank Dr. Anjaneyulu for agreeing to be the person who will speak on this Pharmacist Day on a short notice. I remember just 2-3 days back
Okay.
we had a chat and I mentioned to you, why did you speak on some topic? And then while our telephonic discussion itself, we had decided that we will speak on this artificial intelligence and drug discovery. So thank you very much, Anjaneyulu, for helping us and presenting this lecture on a short notice. In fact, your lecture has motivated, I hope, motivated many of our BPharm and MPharm students because in BITS we have flexible system where the students are open to choose 6 elective courses and not necessarily from pharmacy. They can choose even from computer science. So because of that flexibility advantage, the students would definitely able to be contributing in this field. So it was a very informative lecture, and we thank you for agreeing and presenting this lecture. I also thank the audience for joining and being patient listeners. Right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's my
Thank you very
pleasure
much.
to talking
Yeah.
on the pharmacy. So I hope you guys all learn about what is AI and how it can be, how we can contribute to
There is one.
pharmacy.
There is one question,
To the AI.
and we can take it up immediately.
Yeah. No problem. No.
Someone is asking that, sir, any MI model is good as its input data. So how do you ensure that the data fed is good enough to get the results?
Yeah, so that's what the data analytics people actually been trained to go through the data basically through the different network processes basically. So it has been designed such a way that actually it will give you the right predictions from the existing data by putting a proper keywords basically. So one should know that what are the key words and what are the key inputs we need to put into the these algorithms so that we can get a good data. Actually, another thing is actually also filter the data unless it will actually remove the unnecessary data. And once you filter the data and we can actually go through that data and see that how basically it is predicted, which is can reliable, and you can able to check with ourselves with the existing knowledge. So that's what these platforms are being useful and build a design into such a way that it can predict and it can remove the unnecessary information, and it is will be more accurate what we get from that.
So actually the pharmacologists or say pharmacy professionals will be required before this platform takes the data, and will be required once the data filtration happens. So there is no drug development without pharmacy, correct?
Exactly, right, yeah. So as a pharmacy people, pharmacists actually, we play a major role in the drug discovery process to identify the molecule. We know what are the therapeutic area we wanted to, what is the disease models we have, what is the symptoms of the disease, okay, and what are the drugs existing, what is the molecular mechanisms available with the drugs, what is the toxicity associated with drugs. So all this information basically helpful the computer science people to build this platform, and after putting all this data into the machine, and machine basically do a deep learning from this feeded data. Basically, as I said, like AI is nothing but built by humans, like a to act like a human intelligent. Okay, it's like a behave like humans. Okay, so this machine basically, as we know, right, from the computers, we can actually generate a lot of memory data. We can store the lot of data into the computers. So like that, with these platforms, there is huge lot of data will be feedden into the different algorithms, which is like made built by this technology. And so once we use this technology into different platforms, like as a slate, like a target made, email, so like a clinical trials, the target identification, okay. So RX mail basically identifying the drug molecules, screening about the anti-drugs mechanisms, and predicting and a desirable drug for that particular target. So it is definitely helpful from that artificial intelligence within a short period of time. So with more accuracy, with less time, so we can able to identify the and predict the molecules, and it's actually usual process. The normal process used to take like a 3 to 4 years the earlier days. Nowadays, the big pharma actually using this platform for into different purpose, and how they've been actually identifying the molecules very fast. So that's what the use of the AI.
Thank you, Anjaneyulu. There are one or two more questions I will make to you, and I'll pass on to the person who is raising the questions. Right?
No
So
problem.
thank you, Anjaneyulu. Thank you, everyone, and wish you a happy Pharmacist Day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.